Today I'm going to show you how I decorated this memorial cake. Come join me. So this cake is a quarter sheet cake, and it is for a memorial celebration of life event for an individual. This is a vanilla cake with vanilla buttercream icing. So I'm starting with putting some icing onto the cake board so that my cake doesn't slide around as I'm decorating. And then I'm going to just ice this cake to cover it completely. So the bulk amount of time spent on this cake is in trying to square up the edges of the cake. So you'll notice first I kind of went around the sides of the cake, and then I went onto the top just to get a bulk of the icing in place. And now I'm just really kind of building up those sides so that I can make them pretty crisp edges. Making sure that if the cake is dipping kind of on the outside, that I'm putting some extra icing on the edges so that I can build up that cake so that it's even. I did not level out this cake after I baked it. I'm using the icing to make this a more level cake. So as I'm kind of dragging my spatula along the edges, you'll see that there's extra icing there. I'm just kind of taking that off and scraping it into the bowl beside me. Going along the edge here, and then I'll square up on the top of the cake. And again, this is the longest part of decorating this cake, is really just kind of trying to get those edges smooth and squaring up each one of the corners. After I finish squaring that up, you'll see that I did a border around the top and bottom. You'll see that I did a longer shell for each of the top, along the top border. That's really just a less abrasive top for a memorial type cake. On the top, I'm writing in loving memory of, and then the individual's name that this is for. Now I'm taking some flowers that I had pre-piped. These are just roses and some other flowers, and I'm just adding them to the corners of each of these two corners, diagonal from each other. And then that's really going to finish up the design of this cake. And we'll see this in just a moment. Well, I am going to also add some leaves around these different flowers. And then once I add the leaves, then that will finish up the design. I'm just adding them coming in from different directions for each of these flowers. And with that being completed, this is what the cake looked like. If you enjoyed watching this video, I encourage you to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and come join us again so you can continue to watch our content. Thanks for joining us.